I'm writing an album and I have an idea for a new song, and I want to take this idea and turn it into a 3 to 3.5 minute long song. The first thing I want to do is work out a chorus and a bridge progression for the song. And after I've done that, I'm going to be able to come up with a main structure, and after I've done that, I can then work on the other instruments. So we are in the key of G major. Now the chords of G major are as follows: A minor, then B minor, C major, D major, E minor, then an F sharp, diminished F sharp minor, minor 7, those kinds of chords to our G major, of course. Now the progression that I'm using for the verse, the main progression goes G major to D major, then E minor, and then I'm going to use a G over C major, which is a C major chord, except we're going to be adding in the 3rd fret on the E, that G note there, to give that G over C major. So I want to take this major, happy, bright sounding verse, and I want to do the complete opposite for the chorus and make it a lot more minor. Now to do that, I'm going to make it pretty easy for myself and just find the relative minor to G major. E minor is the relative minor to G major. So a good place to start is just using that E minor chord, that one chord from the E minor, or the relative minor of G major. It's good for 2 reasons. One, we've used it there, so it kind of allows the verse and the chorus to kind of feel connected to each other. And the second reason is because this C major chord, this G over C, has got that E note there. You can kind of just kind of resolves nicely to that E minor. And it resolves just enough for it to feel like you could end the song on it, which we could do at the end, or enough for it to transition into the next part, which is what I want from a verse to chorus progression. So I've got that E minor to B minor, which is the 1 to the 5, like I did with the 1 to the 5 for that. And then I brought it back down there. And I don't know where to go from there, if I hang on the A or if I move to another chord, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do some more playing around and figure it out. So I've been messing around with the chorus for the past little bit, and I've pretty much got the left hand down, I've got the chords. I just don't know what I'm doing with my right hand yet, my strumming hand. But I know I want the E minor to the 5, the B minor. Then just because it's right there and sets up the next chord, we've got A minor. And then this sets up for our D major. So E minor, B minor, A minor, D major. So like I said, that A minor was just because it was just right there and sets up for that D major. And that D major is good for a couple of different reasons. First thing is it kind of adds sort of almost a little bit tension if you hang on it for a little bit, which could be cool for the second chorus. But it feels like it's an end to the first kind of phrase of the chorus. So you go... it just kind of feels like, okay, you can go somewhere else or you can repeat that again. So that's played through twice, and I think the second time around we go from this D major to a D sus4, adding that G, which is the 4th in the scale, the 4th note in the scale, which makes it a D sus4. And then it also works as a cadence, which is basically the musical equivalent of a full stop, where it just kind of goes, okay, that's the end of that. So like you can kind of think of a phrase as a musical sentence and then a cadence as the full stop. So it's been a few weeks since I shot that last clip and I've completed the bridge and I've got the structure for the song down. So I just recorded all of that just straight into Pro Tools. We'll have a look at that in a second. But what's left to do now is figure out the bass guitar, see if I want to add any second or third guitar, and then some piano, and then do some scrap drums. So I use a microphone to record my guitar. That mic is just plugged into an audio interface and I'm using Pro Tools free version. So quickly to use this, pretty simple. There's this button up here that's just track. You click new, create a new track. Then to record, there's a red button or a button here that looks like the record button. You hit that, and the same one that's up the top here. They should both be flashing red. Then if you click the play button, you should see that. And then of course, boom, there's that little spike with that clap, and that is now recording all of this. Alright, I want to get some bass guitar done. One thing that you might have noticed is that the music isn't too difficult. It's pretty simple, easy chord progression, easy guitar. The piano, I don't want to be too overcomplicated, neither the drum kit. I just want it to be a simple song with some cool, hopefully powerful lyrics. So keeping that same mindset, we can probably just do root notes for the bass. Ooh, and that D there for the passing note. For the verse, first verse will probably just be that. And then maybe second verse, and the other times we play the verse chord progression can kind of, you know, play around with it a little bit more. I didn't like that, but anything like that. The chorus, I want to use this E up here, B, A, and D, so I can kind of, you know, yet again, play around with it a little bit more. Just have a bit of fun with that. For the bridge, I definitely want to do some octave bass stuff. So we start on that C, and I want to go to that low C over there. Keep that G, this D over here, to the low D there, and then back to the G, but then include the octave G up there. Idea. So bass guitar for me is a lot of improvisation. I just feel like I write better. I don't write, but I feel like I come up with better stuff when I just improvise a couple times using the bass guitar. So let's quickly do a little bit of that, hopefully get that done, and I might call it a night. Now that the guitar and the bass guitar are finished, we can start looking at the drums and the piano. Now when it comes to probably recording the actual song, I will not only be doing it with better equipment, but I'll also be doing it with my band, which will mean I'll have a drummer and a piano player doing their own parts, which will probably be 10 times better than whatever I come up with. And that's all I'm doing in this video, just coming up with, like writing the different parts of different instruments, and just kind of working out the structure and everything for the song. But anyway, I think we are going to start with the drums. So it's been a while since the last clip, and I have been thinking about the drums, and I think I only want drums in the bridge to lead us into it, with maybe some simple straight beat, and every time the progression repeats we have like a miniature drum fill. I'm thinking the fill that leads us in should be kind of like this. So I'm not sure if I want that to be 1, or if I want that to be 1, 2. And then a simple straight beat, something like that. And every time the progression repeats we have a simple fill, kind of like that, and there's this one bit in the third time that we do the chord progression where I want to kind of go like that, and that is really it for the drums. I've tried to have an additional stuff for the verses and maybe the chorus here and there, and I can't really work it in. When I actually go to do this song with my band, I'm sure my drummer will be able to come up with something a lot better than this. But I'm going to record this, and then I might even check out the piano now. So I just finished off the drums, and that is sounding good. I want to focus a little bit on the piano right now. So I'm thinking piano comes in at the second verse. Not sure about the second chorus, but definitely the second verse. And I think it'll come in when the guitar just strums the chord. So I'm pretty sure I can just... Maybe I want C5s in the bass, because that could be... Yep, I want C5s in the bass because that sounds a little bit more powerful, which I think would be cool. And that's just our G, D, E minor, C major again. Then we lead into the chorus. Maybe I can... That's nice. Yeah. Then I can invert the D like that. I think for the bridge, because we start with like a C add 9 sort of chord. Maybe I'll just keep it to a normal C major, so we just got C, then we have a G, I want to do that C, because I like that C. To this D, then maybe to this G instead. Yep. Yep, I want to do that. And actually, this is what I want to do the third time around that we play that. I think I want to kind of mess around with the chords and maybe do a little bit of... So I got... that sort of thing. Yeah. Piano finished, that means that the song the demo of the song is now complete, minus the lyrics of course, which is pretty cool. I've got 1 out of 10 songs complete then. I'm not going to upload the demo to YouTube because the quality is pretty bad. I might later down the track, but as of now, probably won't. I'm going to wait until I get some actual drum and piano lines from my bandmates and then some lyrics and some vocals. Once that's all done, I'll probably upload the finished song onto YouTube and see how that goes. I'm sorry about this being kind of like an abrupt end, but that's it for the video. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm aware that I haven't been on YouTube for the past little bit, but I'm back. I've got a couple of really cool videos coming out, some tutorials for Rosanna by Toto and No One Knows by Queens of Stone Age, and I want to do Queens of Stone Age in No One Knows in standard tuning, not in like the drop major third or whatever the hell it's in. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.